Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm gonna give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car is gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NBA.
One shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead, 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes a 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
Knicks beat the Spurs 94-90. They win the NBA Finals in 5 games. Jalen Brunson goes for 45 in the clincher and is named Finals MVP. Knicks fans get their championship after 3 years.
53 years.
53, similar to...
Minus 50.
Similar to what Milwaukee and Denver did, but different because it's New York.
Denver got one?
Denver got a championship after, I think it was like 46 years or something.
The NBA?
In the NBA?
When did Denver get a championship?
Denver Nuggets? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
No. Before that.
That was the first one ever.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Well,
man.
in their 46 years in the NBA. They didn't have one to go back to in 73.
Okay,
But their fans had waited.
that's confusing. The Bucks
Decades.
got one and Denver didn't, and you lumped New York into it. Yeah. Yes. They're fans. We are happy this morning.
Joyous. Dancing in the streets.
Well, rioting in the streets, but then it's
Well,
story.
whatever, you know. It starts as dancing, then it gets a little more violent than that.
Yeah, that was the best performance in a clinching game series finals since Magic Johnson in 1980.
Passing up Jordan, huh?
Yeah, Jordan was like
Yeah.
13 of 87.
13 of 87.
I mean, the last couple of minutes were outstanding.
Yeah.
But Brunson was outstanding the whole game.
Yep,
And,
he had it going on.
Karl Anthony Towns in foul trouble, never really got anything. I said to myself, man, when he fouled out, I said, that's probably a good thing because he's not doing much offensively, and putting in Mitchell Robinson's a better rebounder. He's more ferocious because he's in the league to rebound, and that's exclusively it, and play defense. And sure enough, he gets the offensive rebound off a missed free throw. That helped them. So Brunson is a role model for everyone, especially young people. He doubted every step of the way. Work, and then work some more, and prove all these doubters wrong. And look what he does, man. That is something that you could point to, not just in sports, but in life. He's too small. He's too slow. I mean, yeah. Hey, here's what I got to say to you, Becky Hammond.
Ha! Do you think that what he did is the new way going forward? Because the rules are different, the game is different now, or is he the one outlier who comes along every 20 years or so?
I think great players come along not every year, but whatever time frame you want to put in. So I think great players can find ways to succeed, and I think he's a great player. I'm not going to put him in any box. He's a great player, and he did what was thought impossible for him to do, and that's just amazing. And you too, you're probably not in the sports, but in other facets of life, if you work super hard and do all that you're supposed to do and spend hours upon hours, you too can find success. Maybe you wouldn't find an MVP type of level of success, but you can find success and have a nice, happy life, and that's what it's about.
Odds are out for next year. The Spurs are the favorite, followed by the Thunder, Celtics, and Knicks. Of course, we'll have a draft, some trades, and free agency, and see what the rosters look like, but that's what the betting public is looking at right now.
Well, I mean, I don't know about the Spurs. Wembanyama, this was just a bad performance by him. He wilted, and then he pouted. He cheap-shotted. He says something stupid to the media on the way out. Now, the saving grace is he's only 22 years old, so I'm not going to attach that to him for the next 10 to 12 to 15 years. But he needs to grow up, and he needs to clutch up.
1 for 7 for 4 points in the last 2 minutes of the close games in this series. Not nearly good enough.
No, he's a non-factor.
It's 22.
And then he blames it on other people, and he has an attitude. He needs to grow up, but he's only 22, and he has that opportunity to. So I'm not going to put this is the way he's going to be. Now, when he gets to this point next year,
all eyes will be on him to see how much better he is.
He's going to have to answer it.
Now you've been there.
He's going to have to answer for his miserable performance.
James Harden arrested early Saturday morning in Houston, charged with a misdemeanor unlawful carrying of a weapon after an unholstered gun was sitting in plain view on the seat of a car he owns. He paid a $100 bond. He'll appear in court again on June 22nd.
So if it was holstered, it'd be okay?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. But I don't know. Texas gun laws, you got me. He's got a contract for next year, but only $13 million of the 50 whatever million is guaranteed. He was expected to negotiate some kind of new deal with Cleveland. We'll see where that goes with these charges. Oklahoma City guard Nikola Topic, here's a sentence you're going to love, PK, underwent a minimally invasive spine surgery. Don't usually hear spine and minimally invasive put together in a sentence. He is expected to be cleared for training camp. He's had a lot of health problems, a knee injury, testicular cancer, and now a spine issue, all since being drafted in 2024.
If you would have asked me 2 minutes ago who is Nikola Topic, I would have no idea. I have no clue who he is, so I have no idea.
High draft pick, high hopes, but it's just been one health thing after another. The knee injury is kind of a traditional basketball injury, but the cancer in the spine, unusual.
Again, no clue. I'm not all things to all people.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
Couple first-round picks still waiting to sign their rookie contracts. Raider quarterback Fernando Mendoza and Rams quarterback Ty Simpson. How much of the money do they get up front? How much of the money gets delayed? Although some of the delays don't seem like a big deal. You're getting the money in September, October, but they haven't signed yet. With the rookie scale, there isn't much more to argue about in those deals, but they're arguing about that.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, man, 2026, Fernando Mania has returned.
But to Vegas, not to L.A. Will it sweep the country?
Vegas is L.A.
The burbs?
Just hotter.
The hotter burbs up the freeway.
Mm-hmm.
4 to 6 hours, depending on where you're going from and what the traffic's like. Former NFL defensive lineman Aldon Smith died Saturday in the Bay Area at the age of 36. First-round pick of the 49ers, played for the Raiders and Cowboys, had repeated arrests and legal troubles, 10 of them in a 9-year span, a wide range of charges and allegations, and he passes away at the age of 36. Just last week, we were talking about people who pass away at the age of 50, way too young, PK, 36.
Who passed away at 50?
Trying to think who it was that we were talking last week. It was 58, 57, 58. I'd have to go look.
Okay.
Even younger. DJ PK.
Hashtag college football.
You're waiting for the big announcement. This is it. We've had the preliminary meetings with the ADs and the Executive Council. Brett Yormark expected to meet with all 16 university presidents and chancellors today. What will the Big 12 do to Texas Tech in regards to the Brendan Sorsby situation?
Yeah, as time has gone on here, we've had over a week or so, maybe two. This is not the Brandon Sorsby situation.
It's become he hasn't had as much to say now. It's Texas Tech, it's ADs, presidents, chancellors,
it's
commissioners.
The college football. Yeah. It's the sports. This is not Brandon Sorsby. This is gambling by players going to be allowed to happen. This is they cite legal precedent and we hear about it for years to come, and it's labeled as something. this will, and we like the Larry Bird rule or what have you, and this will be the Brendan Sorsby rule. This is so much bigger than whether one kid plays football for Texas Tech in 2026.
It's going to set a standard for years to come.
Right. Really, when you think about it, who cares if Brendan Sorsby is going to play football for Texas Tech in 26? That's so minimal compared to our players going to be allowed to gamble on their teams. And are we going to compare it to murder? Because if we compare it to murder, well, then you're good to go. And that's what McGuire did. So this is so much bigger than one individual. Whether he plays or not, they're not going to win the title. It's not going to happen. I sound like all those guys in 2026. He's not, or 16. He's not going to be president. It's not going to happen.
And yet, here we are.
There's like about
never
20,
say never.
20 of them. But, and even if he does, it's great. But I don't think it's going to happen.
But to your bigger point, there was a rule. Everyone was abiding by it.
Yeah.
It got struck down in court. And so now it's up to the Big 12 or the NCAA. It seems like anything the NCAA does will get struck down in court. But can a conference do it? Because that takes all the antitrust. They don't have a monopoly. You can go play in another conference. Yeah. So what can the Big 12 come up with that the courts won't strike down to keep the rule in place? Maybe the NCAA can't have the rule, but if every conference has the rule, then we're in a similar situation. And so what are they going to come up with? And I expect after this meeting today, they're going to announce what it is. They must have options. Maybe they got a leading candidate and they know. I would think after that executive council, they didn't just shrug and leave that meeting. They've kept it quiet, but I assume they have a plan or plans. And I expect we hear about them after this meeting.
Yeah, so I look at this as far more important than Brendan Sorsby playing 10 or 12 football games. This is way more important than that.
His name will be a footnote attached to this, depending on what happens, kind of the way Curt Flood. Because Sorsby brought it, so I guess why it's a Sorsby situation. It's him now. He brought it. Curt Flood a long time ago said I could be a free agent. Now free agency, we talk about a gazillion free agencies, and not only many people know Curt Flood, but
95% of people couldn't name you Curt Flood.
Right, and in 50 years, are 95% of people going to be known Sorsby if everybody's gambling? I mean, maybe he's setting a precedent that will hold up and change the sport for decades to come, which is what Curt Flood did. But you're right, 95% of the people don't know it.
Well,
and that's why when you say it's not the Brandon Sorsby situation, it's a great example of why.
Whether they remember him or not, it will be remembered as it's okay to get, as long as you don't murder somebody or DUIs. And, we know if you have all sorts of money, you can get minimal sentences on that. So away you go. And then we're all going to be interested to see how it plays out.
Clemson wide receiver Tristan Smith received a temporary injunction to allow him to play this fall for the Tigers, and in the ruling, the judge cited the Brendan Sorsby injunction as part of why he granted him the right to play. So there it is. Sorsby's already being cited as precedent. Going to be harder and harder for the NCAA to suspend people for any reason. Going to fall to conferences, it looks like. UNLV gets a commitment from Donovan McNabb Jr., son of the former NFL quarterback and Syracuse star. So, Vegas, baby. Donovan McNabb Jr., now wide receiver. All right, DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Colorado Rockies set a franchise record 23 runs in a 23-9 rout of the Athletics in Las Vegas. They played 6 games in Vegas, PK. The first the first game and the last game outrageously high scoring. In between, they were high scoring, but not bizarrely so. 4, 6, 7 runs, whatever. Do you lead to a little more concern about what Major League Baseball might look like in Utah, or you think this was just a fluke in Vegas?
Well, they're still scoring 23 runs in
Colorado.
But, some parks, the one that Hank Aaron played in Atlanta, they call it the bandbox.
Right. Some are smaller. Hitters Park.
Down the line in Fenway is 305. Check swing.
And that's what they were saying about ballpark because it's smaller dimensions.
Too small. Don't put it on the couple thousand feet of elevation.
Yeah, and there'll be it's a non-retractable dome that they're going to have, so you can control it a little bit more. So I'm not worried about it.
Miz, outstanding performance. Brewers get the one-hit Maddox shutout. Jacob Mizorowski, 95 pitches, 15 strikeouts, a 6-zip win over Philly. 95-pitch one-hit shutouts are pretty rare, PK, but you throw 15 strikeouts in there. Usually you think they get a lot of first-pitch outs, ground balls or whatever.
104 in there. That's what it is. I mean,
he threw 104 mile an hour.
He throws
fastball.
massive gas. I mean, this is the way it is. See how it goes. I mean, I'm going to put Milwaukee as if they get in, which I think they will. They're going to be dangerous because they have this kid named Harrison who's left-handed also, and he's really, really good. I've watched him pitch. So you get a 1-2 combination like that.
Shades of your Diamondbacks years ago?
In all series in the postseason are short. The postseason, I should say, they're all short. Even if it's 7, that's short because you can make it shorter with those two. You run those two out there twice each. They're going to be tough to beat. So we'll see how this plays out. But man, he's something, and Harrison is right behind him.
Bees beat the Reno Aces 11-10 in the series finale. Tacoma up next. They get today off, and they'll start a 6-gamer with Tacoma tomorrow. DJ and PK. World Cup underway with the U.S. a dominant 4-1 win over Paraguay to kick things off. They're going to play Australia Friday. Australia with an upset. They got the win in their opener, so could be playing to see who wins the group here in Game 2 of the 3 games they play in group play. 4 more games today. You can check out games all day long, Fox and FS1. Loaded
I
up
can't check
with
out a
World Cup
Fox,
soccer.
man. The DirecTV, they have it to squabble. It's not on my DirecTV.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Blacked out, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As they're having the contract ran out, so I have as good a chance of getting the Pac-12 network on the DirecTV as I do Channel 13. I'll come over to your house.
Okay, come on over.
Eh.
Not that motivated.
I've never been invited to your house once. You sat in my living room. I have not even entered your property. I've not been on your property one step. Tells you the difference between me and you.
I've always wanted to cross the moat.
You did?
No, I've never.
I wouldn't even know where to go.
Me
Sometimes we'll carpool. He comes down or he has somebody drive him down. I don't know. He doesn't even let me go up the hill.
I use the tram.
I don't
on
even.
the tram. The
I can't
gondola?
even get up the
It's got a
hill.
self-start button.
I'll meet him on that main drive into the U.
Just hit start.
No.
Float you down.
Where he has reclined the lazy boy in my house. I'm saying.
I reclined the lazy boy? I stayed overnight. I don't think I reclined the lazy boy.
Talking about Sandy, buddy boy.
Oh, okay. I don't remember reclining the lazy boy.
Well, you
Okay.
did.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember you did.
Okay.
When we had the kids, you brought over like 5 million pounds of food.
I do remember that. I do remember that.
I had to go out and rent another refrigerator.
Well, milk is expensive. DJ and PK.
Hashtag golf.
Bud Colley wins. First time in more than 200 PGA Tour starts. Gets the victory at the RBC Canadian Open. 17 under par. Breaking through. It had been a long wait. Now he'd won like $15 million along the way. Because how many losers are there in pro sports?
Well, golf's a little different, but, a lot of these kids, the guys, I should say, they're making a lot of money without winning.
Yep.
And there's one guy you can thank.
Tiger! Put the old bicycle pump in all the purses and pull them up.
Yes. You're right. I mean, you don't have to win. You just have to compete and top 10 finishes and so forth. You can find a way to make some serious money. But, that's great. And all the pressure's on them, and nobody can help them when they're out there. Nobody can save them. and you're probably not going to get a blue pit or bank a three-pointer. It's probably going to be because you made great shots.
Yeah. Patrick Fishburne tied for 29th at 8 under. Tony Finau tied for 40th at 6 under. Mike Weir missed the cut. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NHL.
Carolina beats Vegas 3-zip, a dominant performance to clinch the Stanley Cup. They win it in 6 games. Jordan Stahl is the MVP, gets the Conn Smythe Award. He's the oldest player ever to win it at the age of 37. Carolina, the champs. Second best regular season record, best in the East, and they get to hoist the cup.
Yes, they do. I watched that game. A little deflection on the second goal, and seemed like that was it because Vegas wasn't having anything to do offensively. The Carolina had changed goalies. What was it, game 3?
Yep.
Made a big difference, I guess.
Yep. 3 in a row for them. All right, Slacker Ready Headlines brought to you by, What is Trending is brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. More on the Stanley Cup final. And where do the Mammoth go for here as we pivot to the offseason? Jay Stevens, NHL insider for KSL Sports and host of the Utah Puck Report, will join us at 9 o'clock. Steve Cleveland, former BYU basketball coach, to talk Knicks and NBA Finals at 8 o'clock. And it's U.S. Open Golf Week. We've got U.S. Open giveaway qualifiers. We'll be assigning listeners and golfers and pairing you up here in the next few days. It's all brought to you by Copper Rock, where the pros play. Stay tuned. We'll be asking you to qualify here in a few minutes. Stick around. DJ and PK, the question of the day is next.
3, 2, 1. This is Scotty G and Coach Tim LeCoux.
Joining us now, he is the athletic director of Brigham Young University, Brian Santiago. I got to imagine in a situation like this, communication is probably the best thing. Everybody just talking through and seeing if you can come to some type of resolution, correct?
Guys, this is a super, super complicated issue that has kind of come into the forefront. Emotions are running high. Certainly everybody has a very strong opinion. Brett Yormark and the commissioner, the board of trustees, which are our presidents, the ADs, we're all communicating, and I'm confident the right thing will play out here. There's going to have to be an insertion of some logic here. I mean, there's way too much at stake. The word integrity keeps coming up over and over and over again, and that's why at the end of the day, I mean, I think the right thing will play out.
Catch Scotty G and Coach weekdays from 10 to 2, presented by Mountain Land Supply on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a World Cup holder.
Like the soccer tournament World Cup?
Holder. For the world. Fits every car, holds every cup.
It has a Carvana logo?
Yeah, Carvana made it. They buy and sell cars, so they made a car cup holder. So, got any good cups lately?
I used to, just couldn't figure out where in the world to put them.
The World Cup holder, brought to you by Carvana, proud sponsors of the World Cup holder.
Sign up today to win yours at cup-holder2026.com. Not authorized or endorsed by FIFA. Not a real product. For parity and fair use purposes only.
Yeah, I'm leaving today. Go ahead, read your thing.
I didn't want to step on New York, New York. I thought you were going to belt it out there. The KSL Sports Zone and Beehive Meals are honoring people that impact youth sports in our communities. Nominate the youth sports volunteer for the Beehive Meals Hero of the Week at KSLSports.com/contest and listen every Thursday afternoon to Jake and Ben for the winner. It's the Beehive Meals Hero of the Week.
Yeah. I get choked up. I got choked up Saturday night. This is a big song. Every year on Christmas, we'd sing it and do the Rockettes. We'd get as a family, interlock our arms. Top of the heap! This is Frank. This is like hits right to the heart of what I'm about.
Now you're choking up over your childhood.
And my parents. Yeah. I mean, New York.
You're a 10-year-old watching an NBA game with your dad again.
Oh, man, I made it there. I just decided to come out here. Oh, I made it there. Jalen Brunson made it there. Yeah, this is the biggest of the big. And that was where I grew up to Madison Square Garden, literally would be like where we are right now to Lehigh.
With the big river and a tunnel. But,
And 20 million people.
And that, yeah.
I was gonna say, it's like, and about 15 times.
Some serious skyscrapers.
And yet I lived in the country. It's considered the country. The grass was green. The Knicks did it 53 years. They did it by a local guy. He was born there.
So much to say about the Knickerbockers winning their first NBA title in 53 years. What have you got?
Yeah.
Dustin, I predicted Spurs in 5, and I'm happy to eat crow. It's always fun to see Spurs fans go home crying.
With the 7'4" guy being the biggest crybaby.
So you guys never?
I know. Shut up. What was that?
I don't know. Seemed petty, but whatever.
Grow up. They're not the problem. You're the problem. You're not the victim. We're the victim for having to witness that choke fest.
Alex, what can you say about Jalen Brunson? He's an absolute champion and the best P4P player in the NBA. His record at Villanova and New York speaks for itself. Such incredible footwork and creativity.
He's a crafty dude, man. And it's something that can be held up to as a role model. Now, it's in the biggest city with the biggest attention and all that, but he's a little dude, was overlooked by everyone in the first round. And he talked about it, man. Every step of the way, he was told he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that, because he's not a high flyer, he's not this, he's not that. Well, what he is a ball player with heart. And he spoke about that. Yeah, they measured my height and my agility and my vertical, but they can't measure heart. Amen, man. Freaking men. If you didn't like Jalen Brunson, something is seriously wrong with you. This guy
is easy to root for.
Yeah.
He's really easy to root for. Actually, I think a lot of their players are, but he's right at the top of the list, obviously.
He's not pounding his chest.
Yeah.
He's not doing a bunch of demonstrations, look at me. He's just balling and using his skill set that he has that was honed over hours upon hours of work, probably most of it alone, maybe with his father. And to be able to do that, and what did he have, 45, 46? What was it?
45.
Yeah. And he took over. Man, how could you not be impressed? How could you not feel good for that? How could you not hold him up as an example for your son or your daughter? In whatever field. If you want to just stay sports, fine. But if you want to do it whatever and show them, hey, maybe not possible to that, but whatever it is that you have, the idea is whatever you've got to be able to get it out of you. And if you can do that, then you're a success. And that's what it's about. Across the board, man. Every community. And I was thinking about this. I would rather be him than anybody. Abdul-Jabbar, these guys got to go through life so tall and the challenges. This guy...
He's 6'2", he can disappear in a crowd and buy clothes off the rack.
We all know what he looks like now, but, he could disappear into a crowd.
Yep.
Because you're not going to look at him and say, wow, that's an imposing figure. Man, he was sure blessed with this or that. And he worked for it. I'm real excited about, obviously, the Knicks. It was my childhood and all that stuff. And thinking of my father, who's been gone now for several years. And you're right, watching ball with him over the years, for sure. And the local team, they were the local team, and there wasn't ESPN and all this. And the NBA ticket didn't exist.
Right.
It was the Knicks, and the Knicks.
Knicks, and Knicks.
Right. Marv Albert, yes! Yeah, yeah.
And it counts.
Yeah, on Channel 9, WOR, my little black and white TV. Yeah, I can picture myself in my town, sitting on my single bed. My sisters, they had a double bed that they shared. I was thinking about it. I told my wife, it's amazing they still talk to each other, man. They had to share a bed growing up. Because I was the opposite sex, I had my own little room, and I used to taunt them about that, too.
That's hard to believe. You popping off?
Although they were much older than me, and so they my one sister was actually out of the house by the time I was 10 years old, I think. She got married, but she texted me as soon as it was over, the Knicks, and they have both of them have a New York area, metropolitan area route that runs deeper than mine because I was younger when I moved. They were older, obviously. I think it's a great story. It's what the NBA should promote.
They're going to promote it. I can't believe they won't promote it. We'll have Knicks all over the place next year, and
but it's not just about
Brunson
Knicks.
Video in the montage. Brunson video in the montages.
Keep working at it. And Mike Brown fired 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
How stupid is that? Thibodeau fired. Thibodeau is basically Ronnie Mack. He built the thing. They sucked before he got there, and he got them in. They won 4 playoff series, I think, with Thibodeau. And
they were in the conference final last year,
and they
let him
change.
Go.
He's our Ronnie Mack. He built the thing, right? Ronnie Mack will be forever known as the original winner at Utah that set the stage for what
and
came.
Kyle. Yeah. And now we'll see what Morgan does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's something to be said for that. They need to include him as much as possible because he helped build it. Mike Brown took it to a higher level. Mike Brown played at Mesa Community College in Mesa, Arizona. His father was a military guy. And his brother, Anthony Brown, played offensive line for Ronnie Mack. And they'd play in the NFL. But Mike Brown had to bounce around. He stuck with it. People that I've spoken to, you probably heard the same thing. Mike Brown's a good dude. And
that's what everybody says, and everybody writes it. I mean, it's just nonstop.
Right.
You hear players who were somewhere where he was an assistant or head coach, they still like the guy. That's not always the case.
Right, and he didn't make it about himself.
No.
Look at me, I showed you, blah, blah,
I
blah.
think it's one of the reasons that people like him so much is he doesn't do that. He not only didn't do it in this particular situation, but he hasn't been doing it for years.
Yeah. Right.
Cleveland, L.A., San Francisco, San Antonio, head coach, assistant coach, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I think he's easy to root for. Brunson's easy to root for. Personally, Bridges is easy to root for. I thought Karl Anthony Towns, you watched that interview after game 1, and he's talking about his mom who died a few years ago. It's like, how do you not root for him? You know, it's a bunch of likable guys. The only thing that isn't likable is, New York fans and media. That's why people get upset. I don't think they're upset with the coach or the players. Maybe the owner. Dolan, there's plenty of people upset with that guy. So, but the players and coaches, I think they come off as really easy to pull for.
Well, that's all that matters. Who cares about ding-dong fans? They're going to fan. Good for them, bad for them, whatever it might be.
And for Brunson, it's not exactly a one-off. This guy was a winner in college, too. He was there he played 3 years at Villanova and won 2 championships. Obviously he had a bigger role as a junior than he did as a freshman, but it goes to he can win as a role player and he can win as the leading scorer and he can win as the star who's got to put up 45 in the clinching game, whatever it is.
But yet he won in Villanova under Jay Wright, no doubt about it, but yet he was still overlooked.
Yeah.
And Dallas chose not to re-sign him. And here he is. And so I think the NBA needs to promote this as much as possible because the NBA takes a lot of hits with the tanking and the workload management and all that spiel. And I don't think that's ever going to go away. They're going to try. But they just got to bite the bullet and say, yeah, just wait till we get to May. And then it's going to be on. And again, it was on.
Yep.
It was a great playoff.
April, May, and June.
In its entirety from start to finish. Yeah, a lot of great moments. And the Knicks led the way. 7 road wins, something like that. I mean,
it was actually more than that. I think it was 9 by the time it was done. But
yeah, that 2 conference. Right.
The 9. I think since Atlanta, they dropped the game in Atlanta early, but then after that, the road win streaks are hard to do in the regular season, and to put that together in the playoffs is you just bet against it every time. But this is the one time you'd lose because they pulled it off.
It's just amazing.
And they did it without having the number 1 pick in the draft, and they did it without having 3 star players get together somewhere and decide, okay, we're going to go sign there. It was a little more old school when it comes to roster construction. I mean, do they sign free agents? Yes, but signing people, taking people that people either didn't want or didn't want at that price and betting on them and winning.
Right.
Karl Anthony Towns in Minnesota, Brunson from Dallas. Go get them. And they did.
Oh, yeah.
There's more than one path.
I mean, at the start of the season, or, even after all these guys have been in the NBA for a number of years, I don't think you could say with a guaranteed absolute lock that these guys, any of them, will be Hall of Famers.
Well, I think Brunson's going to be a Hall of Famer. But
when he got to the Knicks.
Oh, when he got to the Knicks. No, I see your point. Yeah, there's no way. No, you couldn't say guaranteed then. I mean, the Hall of Fame's, you get in for a lot of reasons and all that, but you still can't guarantee it.
We're getting in for hoop.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care the goodwill ambassador to the game. Good for them, but nobody remembers them.
Right.
It's about the players.
No, I was just wondering, can he ride 2 college titles to that?
That's not it. We're talking about NBA Hall of Fame. You can. I'm not worried about they pro basketball, so they can do some spiel. I'm talking about, are you a Hall of Fame player?
And you couldn't guarantee that.
No, not even close. You couldn't. I don't even know you would have thought it would be possible. And down the line, I mean, you look at Josh Hart, role player. He was a 30th pick.
Yep.
Drafted by the Jazz.
Everybody's on their second, third, or fourth team.
Yeah.
I mean, we're making a big deal out of the draft, and I guess you can argue you have to draft good players to flip them for players that you trade for.
You do. Well, that's a requirement. That's not.
So there's that, but you do
wonder. The draft
wonder,
should be made a big deal out of.
How much are we overhyping the draft that is now a week away?
0. Because you then can use those players in all sorts of ways to build your team. Or you can get somebody else. If the Jazz should be getting there, no one's going to care that Jaren Jackson was with Memphis at the beginning of his career. It doesn't matter. The fact is he's now there. So, yeah, none of these guys were extremely how good Towns was. But
Towns was a 1 pick. Bridges is on his third team. He was a 10th pick.
When he got to the Knicks from Minnesota, no one was looking at him saying, wow, this guy's a bona fide Hall of Famer. We're going to ride him to the title. No. This was team hoop. In a way, it was like what Dave Rose talked about with Jimmer, in that the other guys allowed Jimmer to be Jimmer.
That's a good comparison.
And these Knicks allowed Brunson to be Brunson.
Yeah.
And he came through. And everybody knew it, especially in the game 5 there. He was the only guy who could do anything, and everybody knew it, and he was still able to do it. And he's not this Jordan who's blessed with all sorts of enormous athletic ability, who can do all these different things, go in and shoot from anywhere or dunk in your face and over Patrick Ewing and growl over him. No, not at all. It's amazing. And his wife's a doctor. She's got a doctorate, physical therapy or something. Josh Hart's wife is a nurse. These are regular people.
Wayne says San Antonio is a team built by the textbook lottery blueprint, securing high lottery picks, keeping them, and flanking them with premium draft talent. Their collective average draft position is incredibly low. These are highly drafted guys. New York is a team that spits in the face of draft position. Aside from the blockbuster acquisition of Cat, they're a roster composed of mid-tier picks, second-rounders, and undrafted overachievers who played their way into stardom. Okay. Wayne, loving the Knicks. Plucky underdogs. 10th pick, 23rd pick, 30th pick. Bring it on.
I still don't think they have stardom outside of Brunson.
Yeah, I get it.
So Cat, it's not they.
Cat because of...
He's okay. He's good. But he's not going to go on anybody's all-time list.
No.
Even today, I'm not sure he's a lock to be in the Hall of Fame. He's a nice player.
He was... Right. And more in this series, it seemed more about his defense. If his offense came and went, whatever.
Yeah, and he was getting into foul trouble.
Yep. Game 6 is in big-time foul trouble.
And then to watch Towns celebrate how happy he was, smiling, yelling, screaming, and just the smile on his face was a mile wide. I mean, something that they worked for. This is really cool. And I have a bias, I admit. My childhood. I fully admit it. Other people say, wait a second, it's New York. Come on. They're supposed to.
It is, and they are. But these guys aren't the ones who are botching it for 53 years. These guys came in and did it.
Yeah, and then it's sort of cool, it's college-esque to see Ewing and Starks and Walt Frazier, who's in his 80s, so still wearing his sports coats that only Walt Frazier could get away with.
Only Walt Frazier. He had another one on. It's like, nope, I can't wear that. But he can. He's the man.
And he's like 80 years old, and he pulls it off as if he's 40. Yeah.
There were a ton of players there. Allen Houston
Bill Bradley was there.
Yeah, Bill Bradley.
Guys that I remember.
It was every
when
decade.
I was a young boy.
I think it was every decade was represented there in those games. They just they brought in a lot of.
And it probably would have been more, but you got to be alive to be there.
Yeah.
Well, curiously absent was no Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Because he was on that team. I remember him.
Yes.
I remember him vividly as a gangly bench player.
He's really low profile these days. He hasn't wanted a NBA broadcasting gig or anything like that.
Yeah, he's pushing 80 himself, and he's got some health issues. I don't know. But that was cool to see the alumni there. It's like they took a part of it. Seeing Patrick Ewing smiling because that's my team.
Mm-hmm.
That means something. I was thinking about this. If the Jazz would ever get there, would we see that? Would the statues be there? Right there, smiling away? Traveling on the road, no less?
Carl came back for the All-Star game, so I suppose it could happen.
I don't know. I don't know the answer.
John's been pretty low profile. Jeff's been in and out. He's pretty low
but
profile.
But he's working for them.
Yeah, he's done work for them, right. Yeah. So, but that's the thing. Would he be at the game then? I mean, in the finals, I assume Jeff would be.
Yeah. We know Marquis would have been.
Right.
But I thought that added a layer of, that makes me feel good to see these guys who played for this franchise so long ago have ownership. We see it in college all the time.
D. Will and Boozer are doing stuff for the club, so they would be there. I mean, for the 50th year when they brought back the players by the decades, they had pretty good turnout. So I think they could do it. I mean, would they do it? I guess we'll have to see how long it takes and who's in
it would
charge.
Be cool if they did.
But
I would assume they would.
But right now, it's largely the people running it, or largely the people put together the 50-year celebration. And they had a lot of players back for that.
Yeah, it's just that to see those older players, long since retired, have ownership in it, I thought it was cool.
DJ PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. More on the NBA Finals. And now we turn our attention to the draft and free agency. Steve Cleveland joins us at the top of the hour. Stay with us.
Thumbtack presents Uncertainty Strikes. I was surrounded. The aisle and the options were closing in. There were paint rollers, satin and matte finish, angle brushes, and natural bristles. There were too many choices. What if I never got my living room painted? What if I couldn't figure out what type of paint to use? What if I just used Thumbtack? I can hire a top-rated pro that knows everything about interior paint, easily compare prices, and read reviews. Thumbtack knows homes. Download the app today.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top.
What is that?
Oh, yeah, it's a World Cup holder.
Like the soccer tournament World Cup?
Holder. For the world. Fits every car, holds every cup.
It has a Carvana logo?
Yeah, Carvana made it. They buy and sell cars, so they made a car cup holder. So, got any good cups lately?
Used to. Just couldn't figure out where in the world to put them.
The World Cup holder. Brought to you by Carvana. Proud sponsors of the World Cup holder.
Sign up today to win yours at cup-holder2026.com. Not authorized or endorsed by FIFA. Not a real product. For parity and fair use purposes only.
U.S. Open giveaways. It is time. Caller 12-801-575-ZONE. You'll be assigned a golfer in the United States Open this week. Top 25 in the world. 26th listener will be given the field. If your golfer wins, you will receive $300 in clubhouse credit at Copper Rock Golf Course and a $100 gas card. It's brought to you by Copper Rock, where the pros play.
And hacks like me.
Nice. Have you played enough? You got it down yet? You like to play courses and get that home course advantage.
I've played it enough.
Worth up to
actually,
5
I've
strokes?
not played it enough. I want to play it more.
There you go. Have you played it enough? You know which way the greens break? I mean, I played courses where you're telling me, okay, got to hit the right side of the green. This thing's going to go hard left.
Doesn't mean I can do it, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't mean I can do it either, but you've got the course knowledge. it can help.
Yeah, I probably played it at least 10 times.
Nice. All right, we'll call it 12 right now, 801-575-ZONE. A lot of championships. NBA title, Stanley Cup, now the U.S. Open right on top of it. Let's keep handing out trophies. Who's next? We're championship addicts. Give us a title. You doped it out? Got the draft ready to go for Bob later this week?
No.
Too early. Throw it together in the commercial break before.
Yes.
And then hit and celebrate like a champ.
Don't take it that seriously. Don't take anything that seriously. I certainly don't take sports that seriously. I take my health.
Now you're talking.
And my religion. Very seriously.
Okay. Anything else?
Mankind.
I thought you were going to say wife.
Womankind.
Better get JK in there pretty quick.
She ain't going nowhere. Believe me, she ain't going nowhere.
Okay. All right.
She's well taken care of. She knows it. I know it. We both know it.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing for me to worry about there.
You are something, man.
What? You treat him right? What's wrong with that?
Uh-huh.
Those are the truth factors in my life, man.
Uh-huh.
They're all truth. Everything I say. She ain't going nowhere. She wouldn't even think of it.
You are something.
It's not about being something. It's about being everything to her. That's what I do.
Tee it up and hit the golf ball, PK. If you're in golf with PK and his wife, these moments when PK's like this,
like
usually,
what?
Exactly, like this. Usually between the golf cart and the tee. Occasionally from the tee back to the golf cart. And then after that, you're all business.
I'm going to have a swig of
You
Propel.
You don't drop these kind of gems in the fairway.
They're all truthies. I'm spitting truth loogies.
Truth Loogies. All right, DJ PK, we got to take a break. When we come back, Steve Cleveland, former BYU and Fresno State coach. He was rooting for the Knicks. They've got their title. We will talk with Steve next. Jay Stevens, NHL insider for KSL Sports and host of the Utah Puck Report at 9 o'clock. Stay with us.
Summer is all about freedom, fun, and growing up. And between the ages of 9 and 13, kids are starting to form their views about alcohol. With more independence, their still developing brains need more guidance and support than ever. That's why summer is the perfect time to stay connected and plan fun, safe family activities together. Research shows kids who spend quality time with their parents doing what they enjoy are less likely to drink underage. And when kids feel close to you, they're more likely to listen, especially when you set clear expectations. In fact, kids who drink before 15 are far more likely to struggle with alcohol later. This summer, create a no-bummer summer with fun, alcohol-free activities for your kids. Go to summer.parentsempowered.org to take a quick quiz and discover ideas tailored to your family. A little time together can make a big difference. For more information and to learn more about how to prevent underage drinking, visit parentsempowered.org.
Mom, can you tell me a story?
Sure. Once upon a time, a mom needed a new car.
Was she brave?
She was tired, mostly. But she went to Carvana.com and found a great car at a great price. No secret treasure map required.
Did she have to fight a dragon?
Nope. She bought it 100% online. From her bed, actually.
Was it scary?
Honey, it was as unscary as car buying could be.
Did the car have a sunroof?
It did, actually.
Okay, good story.
Car buying you'll want to tell stories about. Buy your car today on
Carvana.
Delivery fees may apply.